What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. It's day 2. We are heading back to the shop. Yesterday I did the window tint. As you can see, it's on and it looks so good. Right now I'm just getting some gas. I'm gonna get a sandwich and then we will be on our way to the shop. You guys remember at the end of the last video I said I wanted an exhaust? Coincidentally, I woke up this morning and I think that my exhaust is leaking. I think a gasket blew out at some point because it's sounding a lot more raspier than normal. So what a coincidence. Looks like we're getting an exhaust a little bit sooner than expected, which isn't a bad thing, I guess. So let's get some gas. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but can you hear that? Yeah, you can hear it. Need new exhaust. Alright, so just got to the shop and just placed my order for the exhaust. So hopefully that'll be here very soon. I decided to go with a Yonaka exhaust and I got some new headers there as well, just because if I'm gonna do it, I wanna make the entire thing look good. But today I am here. I'm going to be working on the front suspension of this car. As you guys know, the rear sits where I want. I love the way the rear looks. It looks perfect. But the front is not where I want it to be. It pokes out way too much. And the front is completely maxed out on the strut towers. So I can't physically go lower if I wanted to right now. So the plan for today, take the front wheels off, take the entire suspension out of the front, the entire spindle, the upper control arms, all that. And then I'm gonna have my friend Clint, that you guys know from previous videos, he's gonna be welding and shortening my spindles to allow me to have more travel so that I can go lower. This is a little cheat sheet for all the people that wanna go lower but can't because they're maxed. This is where it just gets more complicated because you have to fabricate stuff and, you know, weld stuff, and this is where it gets kind of serious. But Clint has done this for me on the Del Sol already. They've held up the entire time and I have sent that car over numerous bumps that anyone will be scared to drive over. So I'm not worried about this at all. I'm gonna get this thing in the air, take the front wheels out, take the entire front suspension out, which shouldn't be too long, I'm hoping, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I didn't want to record too much of the whole process of taking them out because it's a nightmare, but driver's side spindle is out and the passenger side spindle is out, and Clint already took that one, so he's at his shop working on that. I'm gonna go meet him in a second. And I also took the upper control arms out, the adjustable ones, because if we can't get enough camber from the spindle, then we have to notch the upper control arm to get a little bit more camber. But we're gonna see how much we can get with just the spindles, and then after that we'll do the upper control arms if we need to. So I'm gonna grab this spindle and I'm gonna go meet Clint at his shop and we can see the process of how it works. So we are in, there's a big ass smudge on my lens. So we are in Clint's shop right now. Some of you guys wanna know what was about this truck. It's still here, looking good.
It's for sale.
For sale?
For sale. Airing up and down, rolling, motor in it, running, training in it, no drive shaft, buy it, 10 grand.
Okay, there you go.
That's my new house. I want to be an adult. I don't want to be like Mike's Rusty Del Sol.
Hey. So we have the spindles here. We're gonna take 2 inches off and weld them together. So we're removing this section and putting this back down here. Pretty much what this does is stops from bottoming out and, you know, all that good stuff. It'll also give me a little bit of extra camber, which I'm looking for. And hopefully after this things are good and I don't rub and blah blah, all that good stuff. So there we go. So we're getting the welder going. We're gonna do one pass, you said, right? So we're gonna do one pass around it just to get it set, and then we're gonna go put it into the car and see if it, you know, fits correctly and does what we need. Because it was rubbing against the coil, we just want to make sure things aren't going to rub any worse and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna get this welded up and then we will put it in the car.
As weird as this sounds, the best thing to do is this. I'll show you.
Really?
Yeah, with cast, if you let it cool down too quick, it'll crack or turn brittle or
Gotcha.
whatever. The slower it cools down, the better.
Huh. Cool. All right, guys, so I'm back to our shop. Everyone has left. I am the last one here, and I have put the driver's side spindle into the car, and I didn't put the axle in or anything because we're probably going to take it back out. We are going to take it back out because we have to finalize the weld, but to see where it sits really good. This is, you can see how high up the hub is. This is without me even putting any weight on it from the jack. So I'm going to put the wheel on, put a piece of wood under it, jack it up, see where the fitment is, and we'll go from there. Also, when I put the new springs in the coilovers a couple weeks ago, the front springs, they were too tall. These orange ones, these are 7-inch. They didn't have 6-inch in stock, that's why I went with 7. I didn't think it would be an issue, but it turned out to be an issue. So I picked up some 5s. These are really small. So these are going to get the job done 100%. I already put this one on the driver's side. This is the passenger side one. So like I said, let's put the wheel on, jack it up, see what it looks like. All right. So it's rubbing on the top of the fender still. You can see it's still too far poked out. We need to give it more camber. There are three ways that we could have given it more camber. One, angle the spindle inward, that would give it more camber. We can notch the upper control arms, that will give it more camber, or we could extend the lower control arms, which would give it more camber. Right now, we can't, we're not gonna do the lower control arms, and I don't think we're gonna do the spindles, so I think we're gonna notch the upper control arms, which pretty much just means taking this and moving it inward some more, and that will give us more camber. So I'll show you how to do that. All right, so we're back in Clint's shop. I took the spindle out, brought everything back over here, including the upper control arms. So we're gonna get the spindles all cut, welded, shortened, all that good stuff, and then we'll dive into the control arms.
Enough.
All good. Now we're gonna bring them back to the car, put them in, see what they look like, and then work on the upper control arms. Going for an old ride, the old Okay, what's up guys? We just got back to my shop and we finished modifying one of the upper control arms. And this is what it looks like. It may look normal, but we actually moved this an inch more up and then drilled new holes and attached it that way. We couldn't get this to go any further, so we decided to go that route. And I'm gonna put this into the car and hopefully we can have enough camber to tuck the wheel and get rid of the poke. I'm stoked. I really hope this works. All right guys, so we just got the spindle and the whole front suspension put back in. You can see, there it is. 1 inch shorter on the control arm, and 2 inches shorter on the spindle. So now I'm gonna put the wheel on and jack it up, and we'll see how it looks. This looks really good. Like, I mean really good. Looking at that in the rear, that's pretty much matched in terms of fitment. Looking at it from the front, or from the top, that's pretty damn spot on. I'm stoked. That looks awesome. I'm gonna take the wheel back off, tighten everything up, finalize everything, and then I know I gotta raise the coils in the front because I put those shoulder springs on. So raise the coils, do all that stuff, and then Clint's almost done with the second control arm, and then when he is, we'll put that in, and this thing will be done. All right, you guys, so it's like 10:30 at night or something. I've been fighting with this thing for at least 2 hours. I got the front wheels on, I got the whole suspension back in. I ended up having to shave down a shit ton of stuff. I had to shave down the little collars on the coilover. I had to shave down the inner portion of the upper control arm so that the spring didn't hit, and that on both sides, and that's within doing trial and error of jacking the car up and down and up and down and up and down. But I finally think that I got it to where it's okay, and I'm gonna jack it down and we're gonna see where it is. Oh. Oh. Boy, that is so good. Let's see this side, see if it's any better. Okay, this side's a little bit higher, but fitment wise, it's pretty damn there. Dude, this thing looks so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me look at it from the front, make sure. Oh my god, it's matching camber. Look at that. Matching front and rear. Never had that before. Look at this. Wild. I'm stoked. Don't worry about this. We'll take care of this soon. But holy crap. I think I'm gonna raise this side maybe a 1/4 inch. Maybe a half, you know, a few threads on the coil just to make it even. But this looks really good. I got here at like noon. It's like 10:30, so 10 hours of work, worth it. Thank you, Clint. All right, guys, the car is done. I am filthy, disgusting. This is how it looks. Front looks absolutely phenomenal. Squeaks and rubs a little bit, but that'll go away over time. I'll pick this video up in the morning when it's light out and you guys can see the car in its full capacity. Right now it's obviously dark, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I am all clean and feeling good and all that good stuff, but look at this. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am stoked on how this looks. The passenger side was a little bit too close to the fender and it started rubbing a little bit, but other than that, the more you rub, the less you'll rub, and eventually it'll go away and be fine. I also need to jack up the passenger side and do some more camber work because it's slightly off compared to the driver's side. That's why it's also rubbing, so it needs to be pushed in just a tiny bit more, but that's easy. Other than that, the fitment is perfect. In terms of like what I wanted, this is exactly what I wanted. My first goal with this car was to have it look good paint-wise. That has been achieved. The second goal was for it to have perfect fitment or really good fitment. That has now been achieved. The third goal is yet to be determined, but we will figure that out as time goes by. I know some of you will probably be like, fitment's too tight, or why would you do this to a daily, stuff like that. It's just personal preference. I love low cars, period. It doesn't matter what it is or where it is. If it's low and it looks good, I love it. and I just can't be seen in a stock ride height car. I can't. I mean, look at this. I got this dollar. I got this dollar here. Won't even go. Can't even get $1. I feel like I'm gonna rip it. I can't even get $1 right here. Crazy. We are gonna have to tuck this in a little bit more, just so that I can achieve proper drive height and stuff. But for now, I'm gonna leave it just because it's cold as hell and I don't want to work on this thing today. But I am definitely stoked with the way the fitment looks. Perfectly. It just looks so good. In my opinion, of course. You guys have different opinions, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm gonna start my day. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.